Good evening. It's June 6th,
Yep.
June 6th, 2019. The Office of Zoning Board of Appeals is now in session. It is 7:20. First up, applicant is Corey Brody, and the applicant is seeking a I'm sorry. We have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Next on the agenda is
I make a motion that Hugh Cushing be a permanent member of the board tonight as
Voting. Second.
motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
George, we received a letter from the town administrator's office that Wes Pettit has been appointed a full-time member to replace Brian Canty.
Okay. Okay, so 7:21.
I made the motion.
Corey Brody applicant is seeking a variance to vary the minimal rear setback from 25 feet to 17 feet to construct a deck attached to the back of the house on 4 Anthony Road, St. Anthony Road in Dudley.
Correct.
Corey?
Okay, so this is a new construction home that we've been in the process of building for several months now, and due to the fact that the septic system in the area requires the house to be to a point so far back, it makes it impossible to be outside of the setback area with the proposed size of the deck. There are no there's no structures directly on the property behind, and the property is adjacent.
Do you have a map or anything, or?
There should be, the abutters list should show, I believe it shows, those are the structures.
Let me get my bearings here. This is the new construction lot right here.
Okay,
This is my property right here.
okay.
I'll have to take a look at the plot plan, but I believe what's being proposed is for the deck to come off the rear of the house.
I'm sorry?
The deck is to come off of the rear of the house?
Correct, yep. Just like this here, if you'd like to see.
Okay. And it would
Can you
not be...
please bring that up?
Yeah, sure.
Didn't mean to jump in, you just mentioned
No,
that.
I think it makes sense.
So this is looking in from the street. This would be the neighbor to the right on this corner.
That's me.
Yep. So your house is here, and the deck's off the back here.
Right.
And we're just going straight off the back, and this is the other
Right.
property that's,
Everything else here is unoccupied.
yeah, it's all vacant.
Vacant's a good word for it, compared to what's actually there.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no plans to extend in this direction?
negative.
Okay,
That's all we're asking for is just what's on here.
Okay, that's fine.
Could I have your name, please?
Yes, Bill, spell the last name. It's WOJCIECHOWSKI.
Corey, do you have another copy of that?
30.
I'm the butter at 30.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is stamped.
No, I don't see it. Oh, I'm sorry, I take that back. But actually, I do need that copy.
Yeah,
too.
sure thing.
Could I ask a question, George?
Yes, you-
The lot behind it that was just shown,
Well, here, you guys can
Yeah.
do this, I can print out one more time.
you say it's just vacant, but is it a building lot? Is that an approved building lot back there? Or is it wet, or what kind of conditions are there?
So this was originally a planned subdivision years and years back, I believe in the 70s. And it stalled out at some point up to about here. And I think this house was built more recently. I'm not sure about these, but essentially the subdivision stalled out. So I think, you know, if they were to try to obtain, you know, those to be building lots as they show here, I believe that, you know, I'd have to restart the whole process again.
And it's high groundwater through that whole area.
Is it?
Those lot, you were very lucky to probably get your septic in there.
It was the big one, yeah.
So I don't see,
There's a lot of water up there.
oh yeah, I built a couple up there.
No.
Okay.
Are there any other abutters? Any questions from the board?
No.
I'll close the public hearing at,
Make a motion, we close the public hearing.
Second.
motion's been made and second to close the public hearing at 7:26. All those in favor?
Aye.
I,
Motion carries. Discussion?
I make a motion that we grant the variance as requested due to hardship stated about the design, septic location.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Ready to go? Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
These are his plot plans.
Business plans.
Okay, next up is Robert Stawicki, 21 Prospect Ave. He is, the applicant is seeking a variance to vary the swimming pool the minimum rear yard setback 15 to 5 feet to install an in-ground pool at 21 Prospect Ave. I will open the public hearing at 7:27.
Good evening. My name is Stephen Balsavich. I work for BC Engineering and Survey Incorporated. And if I may pass. I made some reduced copies.
Thank you.
To ease of, obviously, I just colored our lot.
Do you have a business card? Do you have a business card? Could you spell your name for me?
Balcewicz.
That's close.
And it's BC Engineering and Survey Incorporated. Your plan is the same as mine, except mine has all the ledger on it and the locus map and the zoning. I'm here representing Robert Stawicki. He lives at 21 Prospect Avenue in Dudley, Mass. Shown on my plan, first of all, we're in the R10 general residential area. Minimum lot area is 10,000 square feet. The lot frontage is 100 feet. The front yard setback is 20, side yard setback is 10, rear yard setback is 15. What my client is requesting a variance for is to be able to construct an in-ground pool colored in blue on the plans that I gave you. You got an existing 1.5-story wood frame dwelling colored in orange with a deck, and there's a detached garage off to, I guess, the north side with the driveway that leads to that garage. And obviously, this plan, the original plan recorded at the courthouse was done in 1908, showing 3 lots, which you can see they're labeled on the plan as Lot 71, 73, and 75. The lot, the combination of 71, 73, and 75 is 7,725 square feet is the lot area. And what we're proposing is to put an in-ground pool, and around the pool would be obviously a patio area. It would be fenced, and we're looking for variance for 5 feet to the property line in the rear. The green is just all lawn. If the board has any questions, I'd be glad to entertain them at this point.
So your apron is going to be 5 feet off the property line?
No, the pool itself would be 5 feet off the property line. The apron would just be
Okay.
a couple feet from the property line.
Mr. Chairman, I have a letter from the person who owns the property that abuts the requested setback. He couldn't be here tonight, but he wrote a letter of support. If I may, give you a copy of it. He has no objections to the request.
Wouldn't you want to have more than, I mean, less than 5 feet, more like 2 feet? He's on it. You give him a 5 feet variance, his apron's
Mhm.
already on.
David, could you speak up a little bit for us?
I'm just
John,
looking at the pool, doesn't he want to set back, you know, smaller than 5 feet? Because his apron's, you know, the pool is 5 feet, then comes the cement, the apron, and that's like 2 feet from the lot line, you know?
Typically, couldn't you put a patio back there and
It's not,
need a variance because it's just a patio?
is that a structure?
I would have to look at the definitions and the,
So, just to be overly cautious, when I put it that way, not for you necessarily, but
no.
if someday you want to sell the property, you don't want some title examiner saying, oh, boy, you know, so.
Through the chair, right now, I'm not planning on a cement apron. I'm planning on pavers, individual pavers, so it wouldn't even be cement.
Well, I mean, fine. I'm just trying to help.
Yes, thank you.
I have a question. Are there not any other structures already in that backyard, other than what's shown?
Just the existing dwelling, the deck, which is in orange, and that detached garage.
Okay.
Any questions from the board? Any other questions?
Oh, yeah, butter.
My name is Rich Bowen.
Can you please come up here?
Rich, who?
My name is Rich Bluen. I represent the abutter to the rear. That will be,
Pelletier,
pardon?
Pelletier.
No, Bluen.
No. You're representing,
Oh, over here in the corner, Lewin.
Yeah, Bluen. The 15 Marshall Terrace, which is the property to the rear. It's my understanding the pool is going to go 5 feet from the wall. That wall that runs along parallel to Prospect.
No. No, it's going to go to the chain link fence. It's not going to be near the wall. Where the next property over. Layout places. This is Mr. Pelletier's property, and that's your property. This is the wall is over here. That's Roshka's property. I'm agreeing with you.
There's no wall here, it's just fence, I show the fence.
Well, I wondered
combination
because
materials
there's
form of construction for
fencing
use.
all along here.
Right.
Things are
And
used.
there's a
So I'm
wall.
saying, when he goes to put that in, I'm still not gonna be able to allow him unless he goes to the 2 feet, because they're
So you're
definitions.
not the new property?
You want to tell him that?
But I'm telling you, you could,
The older house.
You know the guy who's doing plumbing?
Yeah.
I know, I didn't recognize you. How you been?
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Oh, he owns them both?
No problem.
Oh, and he doesn't mind.
Oh, glad we got that.
This is 21 Prospect.
That's all set.
And that's 20, the other one?
This is 21.
Yeah. Okay, I was off a digit. Sorry.
No
So
problem.
what
Sorry
do you
about
call
that.
that?
I retract anything.
That cement structure?
Well, but he's saying he's not gonna necessarily put a cement. He's saying he's not gonna,
Oh,
okay? But if he did put one down, what then? He'd be violating the setback. See, I really think you might wanna
Modify
your request to a 2-foot setback instead of 5, in the off chance that you do put a patio down over time. You don't want to have to be coming back here again.
Can I do that this evening, or do I
Sure.
have?
Yep.
Okay, well then I'd formally request for a 2-foot setback.
Okay?
Yep. Do I have a formal motion?
Well, we could close the public hearing. I'll make a motion.
Okay. All right. Any other abutters? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing at 7:35.
I make a motion, we close the public hearing.
second.
Close the public hearing at 7:35. I'm getting used to this.
All those in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I'd make a motion that we allow the request for a variance from 15 feet to 2 feet in the area indicated on the map.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
One opposed.
One opposed. 4 to 1.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can take this back.
Okay.
Oops.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Signatures.
4.
Did you name sign? Let's just see this.
This is for your last hearing, right?
My signature should already be on there.
Okay. I wasn't there.
If I may just introduce myself, my name is Robin Stein, I'm with KP Law, we're Town Council. And I think we had posted...
Can I make a
Oops.
motion, though, ahead of time? To make a motion that we go into executive session,
Yes.
because we're talking about pending litigation.
That's what I was going to get to. I just wanted to clarify that we had posted it for 2 cases. We only need the executive session on Sini. We don't need to
Sini.
convene on Durgan. I just wanted to clarify that point.
Okay. So I'd make a motion that we go into executive session in as much as we're going to be talking about current ongoing litigation.
And not return to public hearing, open hearing.
I'll come back.
Just to close it.
Just to
You
close.
don't need to return. You can just, if I may, the motion can be to go into executive session pursuant to General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21A3, for the purpose of discussing litigation, where the litigation strategy, discussing in open session would have a detrimental effect on the board in the Sini matter, with the board not to return if that's
You
your choice.
speak into the microphone.
I can't.
Sorry,
That's fine.
I'm getting a bunch of feedback from it.
That's fine. We don't have to
It's
return.
up to you, but you don't have to come back.
I make
You
a
can-
motion we go into executive session.
Second.
Yes.
That's a roll call vote.
Favor?
All those in favor?
That needs to be a roll call vote, please.
Yeah, we need a roll call, and we need to know
Okay, roll
whether
call.
we're coming back to open meeting.
We're not coming back.
We're not coming back.
Okay.
Roll call.
Roberto Cini.
John Glenn.
George Slindo, aye.
Wesley Pettit.
Yes, say aye.
Aye.
Hugh Cushing.
Aye. You didn't need
Aye.
to vote. So before we start the executive session, can I ask?
So you have to,
He doesn't need to vote to go, he stays, but.
it's not a
yeah.
voter, okay.
No, is that we don't need to record the executive session. We don't need to record the executive session?
No.
So perhaps we can,
Dispense.
it's an attorney-client privilege session.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come over here so we can,
Where do you want to go?
that's
in the
okay, I'll
office?
just come over there and we can talk.
You want to go in the office?